Friends in Christ, what would be your reaction? How would you feel if I were to say, when I look out at our congregation, I see a whole bunch of Judases? How would you feel if I were to tell you, you know what, you remind me a lot of Judas? I'm guessing that might not go over very well because Judas isn't someone we necessarily aspire to be. Even Webster's dictionary defines the name Judas as one who is a treacherous person. If I were to say, you remind me a lot of Judas, you might be tempted to get up and leave. But don't. Please don't. Because today, as we look at the Word of God, and as we continue our series of People of the Passion, today, as we look at Judas, what we are going to see is that while there are some similarities between us and Judas, there's one major difference. Okay, so Judas, you remember what he's most famous for, right? Judas will live on in infamy because he betrayed Jesus. But Judas was actually a close follower of Jesus. For 3 years, Judas was a disciple. He spent time listening to Jesus, learning from him, following him. Judas was extremely close to Jesus, at least physically, which honestly reminds me a lot of you. And that's not a bad thing, because you two are here physically today in God's house. You physically are with your ears hearing Jesus in his word, listening to him, learning from him, following him. You too are a follower of Jesus, just like Judas. And I get that might be like nails on a chalkboard. To hear that maybe you are kind of like Judas. But you know what? Judas, he really wasn't that bad. Or at least he didn't seem to be that bad. It's easy for us to spot Judas as the traitor. But the other disciples, they had no idea. In fact, Judas was so well respected amongst the disciples that they gave him a prominent, important position. Judas was their treasurer. He was the one in charge of the money. They trusted Judas. They had confidence in him, which again reminds me of you. I respect you. I trust you. I have confidence in you. I have no reason to think that when it comes time for the offering, instead of putting an offering in, you're going to take money out. I have no reason to think that you came here today not to worship Jesus, but to betray him. You see, when we stop and think about it, there are some similarities between us and Judas. But where you remind me the most of Judas is that I know Satan is working hard on me. I know that Satan is tirelessly trying to get you to turn on Jesus. Satan wants nothing more than for you to give Jesus up. Just like Judas. So are you like Judas? You look at our sermon lesson from Matthew chapter 26. And all it took for Judas was 30 pieces of silver, which some experts estimate was as little as $20. Others estimate was maybe as much as 3 months' wages. Either way, 30 pieces of silver, that's all that Jesus was worth to Judas. What is Jesus worth to you? Is he worth getting up early every Sunday and coming to church? Is Jesus worth bringing your very best in your offerings? Is Jesus worth your time during the week in prayer and devotion? What is Jesus worth to you? Because like Judas, Satan is working hard on you. The Bible says that the devil is a roaring lion, prowling around looking for someone to devour. Satan saw Judas as a man who had a tendency to help himself to the money in the treasury. Satan saw Judas as someone who could be lured away with greed And so Satan came to Judas with money, 30 pieces of silver, to give Jesus up. What does Satan use on you to tempt you to give Jesus up? Is it, like Judas, is it money? Is it your job? Is it your responsibilities, your family, your friends, your hobbies, your kids? Honestly, ask yourself this question. What does it take for you to give Jesus up? Because whether you believe it or not, it's true. Satan is coming after you, relentlessly, hunting you down. And that which you have a weakness for, Satan will try to use it to lure you away from Jesus, just like Judas. And sadly, here's where our comparison to Judas hurts the most, at least for me. And that is that when I look at my life, I'm guessing you can do the same. I look at my life and it's so very clear, Satan has been successful. Satan has been successful in entering my life, and I'm sure yours too, and using those good things from God, treasures from God like money or family or friends. Satan has been successful in using treasures from God to lure us away from God, to lure us away from the one treasure that matters more than any other, Jesus. Like Judas, if we're honest with ourselves, we must confess there have been times I've given Jesus up. But right there is where the comparisons to Judas stop. Because here's how the rest of Judas' story goes. After he takes the 30 pieces of silver, he then begins to look for an opportune time to betray Jesus. And as we read in the Passion reading in the upper room, when Jesus hands Judas that piece of bread and Satan enters into Judas, Judas knows tonight is the night. And so he leaves the upper room. He finds the chief priests and they gather together a mob and they go to the place Judas knew Jesus would be, the Garden of Gethsemane. And there with a kiss, Jesus betrays Judas. With a kiss, Judas gives up the Son of God. True tragedy. But it's not Judas's greatest tragedy. Do you know what his greatest tragedy is? It's not just the fact that Judas betrayed Jesus. It's not just the fact that Judas gave up the Son of God. It's not just the fact that Judas sinned. It's the fact that after Judas sinned, he didn't take his sin to his Savior. Jesus was right there in front of him. For 3 years, Judas spent time with him. Judas saw him. But instead of seeing Jesus as the Savior from his sin, instead of seeing Jesus as the one who would forgive him of his betrayal, Judas' sin, it blinded him. It blinded him and caused him to feel so terrible, so overwhelmed with guilt, that he thought God could never forgive him. He felt worthless to God. So he ended his story by taking his own life. Judas' greatest tragedy is he didn't see the one who was right in front of him, the Savior from his sin. My friends, right here is where your comparison to Judas stops. Because yes, like Judas, we've all sinned. But don't let your sin blind you. Unlike Judas, don't let your sin blind you and cause you to think that the times you've undervalued Jesus or the times you've given Jesus up, don't let yourself think that because of your sin you are worthless to God. Because honestly, truthfully, the exact opposite is the case. There is nothing worth more to God than you. There's nothing worth more to God leave the glories of heaven to come into this world, become one of us, to save us. You are worth so much to Jesus that when he was offered all of the riches and the treasures of the kingdom of this world to abandon you, Jesus said, no. And didn't even give it a second thought. You are worth so much to your Savior that even though Jesus knew Judas would one day betray him, for 3 years, Jesus did not avoid Judas. But he was determined to meet his betrayer head on. You are worth so much to your Savior that from the beginning of time, he was yearning for the opportunity to take on that roaring lion, to take on Satan. And Jesus was looking for the opportune time to destroy him for you. You are worth so much to Jesus that gladly he underwent his passion, his suffering for you. You are worth so much to your Savior that those sins you and I commit, those sins Satan wants to blind us with, Jesus willingly took those sins from us. And he went to a cross and he suffered and bled and died and wiped those sins out. You are worth so much to your Savior that he personally comes to you in your baptism. He regularly comes to you in communion and he promises you, you're forgiven. You are worth so much to Jesus. Just look at his arms extended high upon the cross. Just look at those marks in his hands and side. See Jesus and know everything he did, everything he does it for you. Because you are his greatest treasure. You are his greatest treasure, and there is absolutely nothing he won't give in order for you to be his. My friends, see how much you are worth to Jesus. See that and believe it. Don't be Judas and miss the one who is right in front of you. Don't be Judas and look for your worth, your satisfaction in money or prestige or the things or the people of this world. Don't be Judas and think that you are worthless to God. But see the one who is right in front of you. See the one you've come to worship, the one whose house you are in. See your Savior and believe you are his greatest treasure. Because when you can do that, when through faith you realize and understand how much you are worth to him, it is then that your story takes a completely different turn than Judas's. For when through faith you realize how much God loves you, when through faith you realize how much you are worth to God, it is then, unlike Judas, when you sin, you don't have to be overcome with burden and sorrow and guilt. But instead, you can confidently go to your God and you can unload on him your sin. You can unload your guilt knowing he's forgiven you. It is then, unlike Judas, you can stand up to Satan. You can stand up to his temptations and say, no, money or greed or work or relaxation or even family or friends, these are not my treasures. My treasure is Jesus. It is then, unlike Judas, instead of letting your sin blind you, you can look at the one who is right in front of you. You can look at Jesus and what he's done for you, and you can live your life at peace, knowing he's my Savior. During the season of Lent, during this Passion, it is a time for introspection. It is a time for us to quietly reflect upon our lives, our walk with God, on our sin. But even more than that, the season of Lent, the Passion, it is a time for us to see the one who is right in front of us. It is time for us to look at Jesus and to see how much he loves us, to see how much we are worth to him. Because when we know that we are his greatest treasure, my friends, that is when you will see that you and Judas are so very different.